What's happening, everyone? Anthony here from the Wall Street Bull. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now, today, I am using some new software to film my YouTube content because it makes life a lot easier when, of course, I'm on holidays in the next couple of weeks. So please bear with me on this. It just allows me to make content because there's a lot of news happening every single day and I want to get out some incredible updates. Now, of course, we're going to go over coin market cap, as you can see. Yes, if you haven't gone to get a copy of my ebook, Money Never Sleeps, go do that. It's at the wallstreetbullofficial.com. We'll go through that in a second. Earn Curve, my spot crypto exchange. If you haven't joined, go do that, KYC, and I will apply a 10% discount to your trading fees. I do have the cheapest trading fees, literally, in the country in Australia and around the world. Very important. I'm going to go over how my Octo bots are performing on Earn Curve. They're all in the green, which is really nice as well. Ripple and XRP, bullish news. They are raising $500 million and attracting Wall Street giants, which is incredible. Researcher says the public won't understand what again has happened or what just happened with XRP until it's too late. That's 100% facts. We're going to go over BlackRock as well. They have got an Ethereum staked ETF filing, which is enormous for Ethereum and the network in general. That's really bullish. And Solana is a breakout happening right now. They did put a weird tweet today on X. We're going to have a look at that. And of course, all the news on X, which I'm going to get to in a second. But anyway, let's get into it, guys. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new, make sure you smash that subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification, because as you see on the screen, I love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. It has been incredible. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. I'm just going to bring this up here now. Actually, let's bring it down here to the bottom. So thank you very much. Also, a little disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff, right? I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, we don't like to lose. You can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto and, of course, any other investment. So please be careful, do your own research. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Right, formalities are out of the way. Coming straight over to coin market cap today. We do have a total crypto market cap of $3.07 trillion. It is still at $121 billion in volume, so it is down. It is frustrating. However, stay bullish, guys. There has been December 8th, which was yesterday at market open, negative $71 million. Look how flat the ETF volume has been literally since we've have here the 12th of November. It has been going flat ever since. So we'll wait and see what happens there. Coming over to my watch list right now to see what the coins are doing. Everyone should have a watch list, by the way. Bitcoin's at 90,400. We have Ethereum at 3,124. XRP's at $2.05. Solana's at $133. Dogecoin sitting at 14 cents. Cardano's at 42. Chainlink sitting at $13, which is nice. Let's have a look here. What else we got here? Stella's at 24 cents. Litecoin at $83. Sui at $1.60. I mean, this was peaking like $3 at one point this year. Hedera sitting at 13 cents. VeChain at 1 cent, doing nothing for 3 years. We have XDC at 4 cents. Immutable X at 28 cents. So these, of course, are my watch list right now. Now we've got Terra Luna that's up 35%. Does anyone actually hold this? Let me know. Winlink, it's like crypto gambling pretty much. It's a coin. That's just in the pennies. That's up 5%. Kaon, I have no idea what this is and where it's held. Lunk, I've been holding on to this for a very long time anyway, so there you go. It's, still hasn't recovered from that crash with Terra USD, but we'll see where it goes. It's still holding it, guys. Now, moving on, my ebook at the wallstreetbullofficial.com. Go get a copy of this. Money Never Sleeps. You can get it at 50% off. Use the discount code BF50, and you'll get that basically half price. I want everyone to have it. honestly, because it's a really good read and it shows you a different way to generate passive income for yourself. Earn Curve, my spot crypto exchange. Go join this, ladies and gentlemen. It is growing every single day. Hopefully we can hit 800 registered users in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be incredible. And again, I do have the cheapest fees by far in Australia and globally when it comes to trading. And that is, of course, to say thank you for all the support. So make sure you go join at earncurveinvest.com. KYC, upload driver's license, government issued ID, and of course a utility bill, just to make sure it's you. And I will apply a 10% discount to your trading as well. Also join the mailing list. And how to set up all of the Octobots, you can go to, of course, this video. It has timestamps, makes it really simple and easy to understand. But any questions, just email me on the website right there. Now, coming over to my Earn Curve account, as you can see right here, if I come to trade the markets, really straightforward. It is the spot market only, so just everyone understand that. There's no leverage on this. I don't want leverage because you can just get wrecked. As you can see, all my limit orders are placed on XRP today. There's been 2 trades, or I should say on the 8th, 2 last night, a buy and a sell right here, $13 US, 13 USDT. I am trading USDT with XRP on this, so just let everyone know. I'm letting them run to do their thing right here. Yes, the market has been flat, but I'm not concerned. Coming over to Octobot. Now again, this is linked up with the API key. You can see my Ethereum grid bot is up 6.1%. And I did start this actually. Let me just bring this to the right here on the, what is this? The 21st of the 11th. There you go. So that's when I started that. 6%, that's pretty good. We come down to Stellar, that's up 1.2%. The Bitcoin long-term grid is at 3.36%, which is nice. The XRP short-term grid, you can do the long-term, it's up to you. That's up 0.07. And the Solana one right here, 1.4. So again, the market's been flat, but these are trading for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't have to touch them. So go join up. If you are depositing, of course, on EarnCurve, please make sure, in particular with XRP, that you include your wallet tag. It's very important. All right, it's just to make sure those funds get allocated to your wallet. And of course, any questions, email me and go watch the video. Really, really cool stuff, guys. Go check it out. There's so much you can do with Octobot on EarnCurve with the artificial intelligence. And as you can see right here, if I click here, generate with AI, it is literally ChatGPT for crypto trading. You can play around with it. Use ChatGPT to give you some strategies to use on this. It's up to you, all right? So it's really cool. And of course, you'll get 10% off when you join, of course, using the links below. Now, moving on, Ripple's US $500 million raise. Again, this is huge. Attracting Wall Street giants with deal offering a built-in downside protection. Absolutely enormous. And we did have Ripple raising $500 million US from major Wall Street investors in November, valuing the company at approximately $40 billion, which is huge. And investor projections include sell-back options with 10 to 25% annual returns, which is enormous. And of course, liquidation preference clause. XRP holdings dominate Ripple's valuation, while acquisitions and business expansion support diversification beyond crypto. Really nice. This is huge. We have Citadel Securities, Fortress Investment Group were among the buyers alongside fund associated Marshall Wace, Brevan Howard, Galaxy Digital and Pantera Capital. And of course, beyond the sheer scale of the investment, the deal was notable for incorporating investor protections that shield participants from crypto market volatility. Participating investors have the option to sell their shares back to Ripple after 3 or 4 years at a guaranteed 10% annual return, which is nice, like the S&P, right? Unless the company goes public earlier, Ripple can also repurchase the shares at the intervals and must pay 25% annual return, 192 million Australian dollars if it chooses to do so. That's huge. Additionally, the deal contained a liquidation preference clause prioritizing new investors over existing shareholders, even in the event of bankruptcy, which won't happen, or a company sale. That is enormous. Now, coming up here, researchers basically says that public won't understand what just happened to XRP until it's too late. This is an interesting one. And Bullwinkle stressed that XRP ETFs will require millions of XRP to, of course, meet demand. They are buying up a significant amount. Now, there is 1 billion that was hit last night as well, I should say, which is huge in 4 weeks. Let that one sink in right now. And again, meanwhile, retail investors have largely left the market. Many traders exited positions after volatility spikes. That's because they're trading with leverage. While institutions continued accumulating XRP, this divergence is a major reason why the XRP chart feels different despite the short-term price declines. One of the strongest data points Mr. Bullwinkle highlighted that came from Pantera Capital, the XRP ETF has now accumulated $342 million worth of XRP, with consistent inflows into the ETF every trading day, which is since November, basically. So it's only been 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Significant. Bring it on. BlackRock, this is a huge one as well. And thank you, Eric Boltunas, but the official prospectus filing for iShares staked Ethereum ETF, their fourth crypto filing, spot Bitcoin and ETH and Bitcoin income. Now this is huge. This move expands upon the firm's existing Ethereum fund, which now exceeds $11 billion in assets, which is ridiculous, and reflects the growing market appetite for yield-generating crypto strategies, so earning money, dividends pretty much. The trust will issue shares representing fractional beneficial interest in Ether assets, which will be held in custody on behalf of investors. Staking rewards once received are intended to enhance net asset value, though the filing cites regulatory and operational risks that could impact the distribution and performance. This is an interesting one. I can't wait to see this because earning a yield from your assets would be huge in crypto. Unbelievable. Now, Solana leads all the decentralized exchanges activity for the 16 weeks, and the stablecoin supply on-chain has tripled this year. Institutions are entering fast, with PBCE onboarding Solana trading and Circle minting 2.25 billion USDC on Solana. A breakout above the $160 level could send Solana to 300 to 350, while losing 120 risks at the drop of 80. For 16 straight weeks now, Solana has held the top spot for decentralized exchange activity, pulling in more volume than every other chain and even doubling Ethereum's numbers. Interesting. And you can see right here, with around $634 million in net inflows this year and cross-chain adoption accelerating, Solana's decentralized finance ecosystem just keeps pulling in more liquidity, more users, and honestly, more attention than expected at the start of the year. I've been bullish on Solana for a very long time. Coming over to X, let me just bring this up here. Thank you to those incredible people that are following me on X. Let me just go here. 9,000 plus people. You guys rock. Here's the Multibots live video. Go watch that. John Squire and Solana. This is an interesting one, I want to say. Like, they tweeted 589. Why? I don't know. Someone in their marketing is just triggering the XRP army. That is for sure. Because we know for a fact, and I did share this, that Brad Garlinghouse still has 589. Whoop, there you go. So you can see it there. He's still got it. Hasn't changed. And then Solana's asking, why does this post have 67 million views? I don't know, and it's very strange. We do have some interviews right here with Matt Hogan's strategy will not have to sell its Bitcoin. I want to play this now. I probably have to take out my headphones. Let me just try this now. Hang on a second. Let me just wait one sec. I don't know if this is still recording. We'll see. But let me play this interview with Matt Hogan.
Sitting on $1.4 billion in cash. Therefore, it has plenty of cash for the next 18 months. Okay, that's literally invalid for as far as the market can discount. The second is it has $8 billion in debt against $60 billion in Bitcoin. For starters, that's not very much debt against a lot of Bitcoin. But then if you look at the actual debt, none of it comes due until 2027. And in 2027, $1 billion of debt comes due. It will have to either refinance or pay that down. But the idea that it's going to have to sell $60 billion of Bitcoin, there's just no world in which that's true unless Bitcoin falls 90%. And if Bitcoin falls 90%, we're not worried about MicroStrategy, right? We're all looking for other jobs. So I just think it's from a data perspective, just strictly untrue that it will be forced to sell its Bitcoin. There's not a world in which that will happen.
Interesting. Interesting. So he won't have to sell his Bitcoin. Listen to Paul
idea of using smart contracts or tokens on chain to be able to that represent, say, an underlying security. So then the tokenized security is a security and would be subject to SEC rules by law. But the idea is that if it's on chain, on a blockchain, then there's much more transparency as to where it is. Right now, there's a bit of opacity as to who owns what and where the company usually doesn't even know where its who its shareholders are and where the shareholders reside, where the shares reside. So tokenization has the benefit of potentially having, instead of T+1 now trade date +1 for clearance and settlement, the prospect of maybe T0 now, depending on the instrument. And we have to think about netting and all sorts of other things with respect to some instruments. But in principle, the idea of on-chain delivery versus payment and receipt versus payment, DVP, RVP on-chain, is a prospect of de-risking the markets, making them much more transparent and then sure as far as clearance and settlement, because it's always that the gap between clearance and settlement and then delivery and payment is the real introduces risk into the system.
Very, very bullish in terms of that. I mean, if you're thinking about trading, stocks and commodities and equities, pretty much, it's really bullish to have, almost instantaneous, really. Moving down, the CFTC will allow Bitcoin, Ethereum, and USDC approved collateral in regulated derivatives markets, clearing old rules, giving institutions paths to tokenized collateral, which is enormous. And of course, we do have Brad Garlinghouse down here. 4 weeks, and XRP is now the fastest crypto spot ETF to reach $1 billion of assets under management. That is absolutely huge. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for today. Any questions about EarnCurve, go join up at earncurveinvest.com. Hopefully this video worked, but just makes life easier getting content out on one device, not 100. Anyway, stay bullish, guys. Go join earncurveinvest.com. KYC and I will apply a 10% discount. Peace out.